if that to me is the key to eliminating early nerves in early dating, is that there is, I almost feel a little fatalistic about it, which is funny coming from someone who gives advice in this area for a living, because, you know, I do believe that we can influence situations with what we do, but we do have to have a bit of a dose of fatalism that the thing that didn't pan out wasn't the thing. Mm-hmm. The person who's still great in week 8 is showing you the right things. But if they suddenly ghost you in week 9, then it doesn't mean they would have been great in week 16.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but they were the one. And I don't know what, I need closure. You have closure. Mm-hmm. That action was closure. What they showed you is they had 8 good weeks in them.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. It's the same as you'd say in sport. Like if you, I was just thinking about sport while you were saying that. And it's the idea of like a player may have 1 good season in him or her. Mm-hmm. And then that player may have had 10 good seasons in him or her. And sometimes we have these players where we're like, oh, she's going to be the next, or he's going to be the next. And then all of a sudden they don't give you that season. And in sports, we get closure by just going, all right, they had potential, but they didn't make it. But you're right, in love and life, it's a lot hard to have that mentality of like, they gave me 8 good weeks, but they didn't make it.
Well, and you sit there and you obsess over someone who just left you, you obsess over what they could have been.
Yeah,
right?
That's what it is.
Could have, this was so promising. They were everything that I was looking for. This could have been. And anytime someone breaks up with us, the heartbreak is the loss of the life we thought we were going to have with someone. This is what it could have been. This is what it should have been.
Yeah.
And my answer to that is it would have been if it should have been and could have been.
Yeah.
Then it would have been. You're literally, you're grieving over something that was not, by definition, it wasn't meant to happen because it didn't happen.
Yes. Yeah.
It didn't happen. So this idea that it was supposed to or it should have is myth. It's a fantasy. It's science fiction.
Yeah. But I feel like in relationships, we have this fantasy mind that's already written the script and the book and the trilogy before the second date is over. And so it's almost like relationship seems to be like the one area of our life where we write decades into the future and we can't help ourselves because we almost think that and it's almost like what you're saying is you're living off the fantasy, not even of the reality that's right in front of you.